welcome to my journey. It's a little dark right now because we're in a parking deck. My day is starting late. Well, my day started early, but if you're on my Facebook group, you know by now Mama is in the hospital. This is Tuesday, so it's thrifting day. But I was at the hospital most of the day yesterday and last night in emergency room, and they decided they needed to keep her because they had some testing they needed to do just to make sure, you know, what's going on. And so I've been up here today, and then my brother just came and we're doing a shift change. So, and honestly, I think she handles it better when there's not all three of us in the room. I think it's less rigmarole for her. Does that make sense? I know some of y'all understand that. So we decided, we were there yesterday most of the time, and then he went home and I stayed until the night. But we did a shift change, and I've got to run an errand for her. And I thought, well, go ahead, honey, I ain't gonna run you over. I got to run an errand for her, and I thought, well, while I'm out, I'll go thrift. I'll have time to look before I go home, because I did tell her I was going to go home in time to cook supper tonight, and then that's fine with her. Mama's one of these. She tells you, you don't even have to stay. You don't even have to be here. She's one of those. She does not. She's like, last night she was like, you go home. You need to go home. I'd feel better. So that's just how she is. But I didn't. I went home after they told her CT was okay. But what was I saying? Oh, I don't know. But tomorrow I have my epidural. So I told her, I said, I don't know what they'll have me do after that, if I could come to the hospital. She said they'll tell you go home and relax is what they'll tell you to do. But see, she was going to stay today. They just said overnight, but they're running so many tests on her. They only got one done today. It's almost 2 o'clock, and there's still 3 more tests they need to do, plus PT and OT. So she's nowhere near close to going home. So I told her, I said, you're going to be here another night. She said, yeah, or else they would release me at 10 o'clock at night. I said, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So, but she feels good. She's doing a whole lot better today than she was yesterday. Now, they give her some lunch she didn't like. She eats like a bird except for candy. Now, she eats candy. They weighed her. Now, this is my mama. They weighed her today. 108 pounds and 7 ounces. She is a teeny little thing. She's just a wisp, and eats candy like it's going out of style. She works at her lunch club. It's a lunch club for seniors that you can go to for free in her county. They have several of them in different areas, and she works there helping the main lady, and she enjoys it. And she'll eat that. She won't eat breakfast because they eat their lunch about 10:30. So she'll eat her lunch, and like she was telling the little dietitian, he come in. They're sending all kind of different people in to talk to her. And she said she goes home, sometimes she'll eat, sometimes she won't. She might have a cheese sandwich or some tomato soup, something like that. She said, but then at night, she said, nighttime is candy. She don't lie about it. She just tells it. She says, nighttime is candy. And she eats candies and cakes and cookies, chocolate. Chocolate's her thing. Like, she should have diabetes out the wazoo and weigh 500 pounds. And she has neither one. 108 pounds and no diabetes. So, and she can't gain weight. She just can't gain weight. So, listen, she weighed, what did she tell me? She weighed 100 pounds soaking wet when she was pregnant with me. So she's always been very tiny. And then over the years, she gained weight. She was just regular size, but then she gained weight, and they adjusted her. She got up to about the size I am now. And they adjusted her thyroid medicine, and it fell off of her. That never happened to me with my thyroid medicine. Ain't nothing fell off of me. Well, it's falling, but not that easy. But anyway, so yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and do some thrifting since my brother's up there taking his tour duty. Not that I'm making it sound like a duty. That sounds terrible. But everybody been so nice to her up there. Everybody's been real nice. nice. That makes a difference, I tell you. I mean, everybody from the nurses, and the one little boy, I call him a little boy because I could be his mama, young man, they have HCT, healthcare tech. So instead of CNA, it's a healthcare tech. I didn't know there was such a difference in things. But him, the nurse, the doctor, all the people in the ER, the nutrition ladies, the dietitian dude, the transport people, everybody's being so nice. Oh my gosh. And this is the hospital that back in the day when I was at the other, there's like two opposing hospital systems, and I was with the other one. And you had to go to Huntersville, which is a good half hour away from the house, to get to the hospital. I had such a bad experience down here, where I go down, where Mama is, that I told David, I said, I don't care if I die on the way to Huntersville. Do not take me down to that hospital. And I'm in it. And my children knew I'm in it. And they knew they better listen to their mama. Well, a couple years ago, our insurance stopped taking the hospital that we like. The whole system. They did not take the whole system anymore. So we had to switch over. We had no choice. But you know what? Knock on wood, no jinx, nothing like that. We've had nothing but good experiences. So I guess they've really changed things. And the hospital's changed names over the years. Back in the early days, it was Cabarrus Memorial Hospital, but now they changed to this and that and the other and whatever. But the cancer wing for children was donated by Jeff Gordon, if I am not mistaken. If not the whole thing, then a great big portion of it. So that's pretty cool. Oh, speaking of racing, y'all, my boy is in the top 4 for the Cup next week. Next week is the last race. It's the race for the championship. He won the race yesterday. Is this Monday? Yeah, he won the race yesterday. No, this is Tuesday. He won the race Sunday. And so that clinched him in the top 4. So the only one of those top 4 in the playoffs can be the Cup champion. That's since they got this playoff business, that's how it works. Nobody likes it, but what can you do? And I was so excited. And we're not having a Halloween party this year. Mama had already said she didn't think she could come because she's got a bad neck. She had neck surgery some years back, and they put rods and screws and all that stuff in her neck, and her neck was crumbling, literally crumbling, and it's not held up good. And so she gets injections all the time. She's in pain management, and she said it's just bothering her. So she can't hardly hold her head up. She's miserable all the time. She says she's supposed to get shots today, and she's missing them, and that bums her out. She says, I just don't know if I can come because she just can't sit there like that, you know. And then here what happens with RJ and Holly and Wesley. I said, well, they're not going to come. So I said, we're just going to cancel it. And RJ said, well, next year we'll just have a bigger and better party because it'll be Wesley's birthday. Because his birthday's the 24th. So there you go. So that's what we're going to do. I had already bought some, I got some tea from the hospital. Halloween cookies. I had them stuck back in my craft room with my other things that I have already bought. I told David, I said, well, we're not having a party. I guess we're just going to have to eat these cookies. But anyway, well, I guess I'll get up here and quit talking and head on up here and run her air, and then go from there. Okay, let me show you what I got at my Goodwill, my Senior Citizens Day. I got this shelf. You can put plates in it, which I'm not going to, and I'll have it up high enough where you won't see the grooves. But check, and it's solid wood. It's heavy, and it was $2.99. So I got 25% off of that. So I think I'm going to put it in the hall with those other things I bought, I think. And then this needs a good washing, but it was only $3.99. Isn't that pretty though? And I know exactly where it's going because I got a big spot, but you see how dusty it is. You can see how dusty the flowers are. Oh, I'll get it clean. But I got a big spot. Hold on, let's get in the car. Okay. I have a big area. The entertainment center I have, our TV sits on top of it. It's a big TV, but it's not on the wall. Because I have this big entertainment center that, remember old TVs that were big, not flat? It was made for one of those TVs, and it's got the big opening for that. It was my mama's. And, so I just kept it because that's where I keep a lot of my decorations, you know, my little whatnots and things. And it is such a big area that you have to have something tall in there, or it kind of, you need something tall. Well, what I've had in there for years is this vase with keys in it and some kind of pretty little something that I got at Dollar Tree. It's sitting on 3 books that I covered. And I like it, it's pretty, but I'm tired of it. And so when I saw that, I said, that's the perfect thing for that spot. So that's where it's going. But there's no back on it. It's all open. So what I did was I have a brown curtain that I cut off and hemmed, that I have a little stretchy spring rod up in there, and I got that behind it. So if I'm up close filming, you can see, oh, there's a curtain. Otherwise, you're just seeing it's just brown like the cabinet, you know, because it's all cut out where the TV was. Well, on the other side, it was cut out because, like, you could put your VCR or whatever, and all that's gone. So I got some foam board from the Dollar Tree years ago, and I painted it, made it look like wood, and tacked it on the back. So unless you're up close to it, you don't know that it's not wood either. So listen, like my mama always said, poor people got poor ways, and that is the truth. Sometimes you just do what you have to do. But Lord, I've thought about, you know, if I had some small pretty little table to put my TV on, if we didn't have it on the wall or whatever, well, I would miss my whatnot space. And listen, whenever I take my Halloween stuff up, that shelf I just bought the other week, and I noticed the shelves are not deep, so it's not going to hold big stuff. So that kind of bums me. I wish I'd have thought about it, but I still bought it for $10. Because I got plenty I can get on it. But when I get that put up, those 3 things there in the kitchen, oh my gosh, when I'm sitting in the kitchen, y'all gonna have so much to see, it ain't gonna be funny. Your eyes is not gonna know where to look with all the stuff I'm gonna have sitting around. But you know, that little thing that I showed you on my haul one week with my little vintage Halloween candles, I don't want to get rid of it, because when Halloween comes, it's so pretty. It's like those candles were made for that little shelf, the size and the number of them. Now listen, I am not going to Nazareth today, because it's too late to head all the way to Salisbury and back. So I'm just gonna hit my Goodwill and maybe the other one, and that'll be it. It'll be a little short day. Oh, so I need to go home and work on the menu, because yesterday I was gone all day, and then when I come home it was bedtime, and then today I've been gone all day, so I have not made a menu, and I get my groceries on Wednesday morning, which I'm gonna have to change to later, now that I'm thinking about it, because I go for my epidural in the morning. When you see this, I will have already had it, and we're hoping that it does good. But I have got to get a menu. I got to think of something for us to eat. I know David said one day he wants to go somewhere and get a good salad. He loves to get a good salad. You can make one at home, but he just likes to go where they just got all kind of toppings, even though he eats the same stuff all the time. And Good Ranch, he just likes a good salad bar sometimes. And if we can't find nowhere else, we'll go to Golden Corral, because they do have a good salad bar. Only thing is, when you go to these buffets like that, I don't even get a tenth of his money's worth, because I think either in the senior citizens at Golden Corral is maybe $16.99 or something like that, just for seniors. I don't eat. I waste his money. I apologize every time we do something like that. I say, I'm sorry for wasting your money. He says, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know. they did give us a card, and I don't know what I ever did with it, that you could present to people, you know, that says, you know, I've had surgery, I can eat a lot, to see if maybe they'll not make you pay full price, maybe you can pay kids price or something. I just haven't dug it out, and I've never tried it. I've never told them, because I just feel like they would look at me like I'm lying, you know. But let me tell you what, I am sporting my size 16 jeans today. Even my mama said, look at you, because I got a t-shirt on. She said, because she knows, she said, I ain't seen you wear a shirt like that in umpteen years. I said, because I didn't. T-shirts didn't fit me. They was tight. And, oh, I couldn't stand them. I did not wear t-shirts. And the fact that I'm wearing t-shirts, and she said, and with those jeans, she said, your legs look right skinny. I said, they do, don't they? I tell you, they do. It's exciting. Oh, I got the arms. I'm tired, I tell you. Sitting makes you tired, don't it? Just sitting makes you tired. So, oh well. I don't know if anything else to talk about. If I get anything at the Goodwill, I'll show you. Well, I got through in the Goodwill that I don't come to a lot. And I did find a couple things, so I'm going to show you. Look what I found. I wish I'd have found more, because I'd have got all of them. It's Honest Company, and you know how expensive that is. Brand new, unopened packet. It looks like it says not for sale or something like that somewhere. It must have been part of a box, but this is an unopened pack. There's 30 diapers. They're size 3, which you like to buy different sizes just to have on hand. I mean, he's little now, but he'll get up there, and they're cute as can be. Look, little donuts, $4 for 30 Honest diapers. Brand new, never opened. Could not leave them there. And then this, I very rarely seen cards, but when I do, I am now gonna have something super duper cute. Check this out. It was $3, and they got little white envelopes, but look, ain't they cute? And I'm pretty sure they're blank. They're blank. So I can pass that up for $3. I used to send out little cards and whatnot, but I kind of got out of that. I like getting cards and stuff in the mail. I just like getting mail. Ever since I was a kid, I have liked getting mail. So anyway, well, I'm going to go to my Goodwill, and that's probably the last place I'm going to go, but I'll either show you what I get and close out, or if I don't get anything, I'll close out. Okay, well, I went to my Goodwill and I didn't find a thing. But while I was in there, I got a text from the cattle farm that said my liver mush was in. So while I was out and about before I went home, I just come on out here today, out here in the country. And sure enough, it was sitting there, had my name on it, had me a pink sticky note that said Kim. I didn't get but one. They had more there, and they run out, obviously, easy. But I didn't want to buy 2 just in case. I don't care for it, because I told you I bought the other brand last week, and no, didn't like it. So I just want to make sure I like this one before I get it. So I am heading home, and boy, I tell you, it's been a cold day today. Windy. It was rainy this morning, but the leaves are changing. Everything's looking so pretty in fall. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Having to wear a jacket. Anyway, well, that's all I know today. It's a little short video. Just kind of been busy. I can't wait to go back and see Wesley. I won't be able to go nowhere tomorrow, I don't believe. And then I'll see what's going on with Mama Thursday. So I'm gonna get over and see that child, because if they can hold him, I'm thinking, excuse me, I'm thinking maybe I should be able to hold him too, because I need to get my hand. Listen, he sent me pictures this morning. I don't know if, no, he was still intubated last time I talked to y'all. His tubes come out, his lung breathing tube is out. And the pictures he sent this morning, he did not have his CPAP on, but he had this tube on his head, and it was all taped up. I told Archie, I said, what's that on his head? He said, it's an IV. He said they worry about babies pulling their hands up and sucking the IV in their hand, so they put it in their hand. I'm like, I never knew that. But he has been moved to the rainforest section of the NICU, so he's getting better. He is now in the rainforest. So that's exciting. But gosh, the head of hair on there, Artie said it was red when he was born. And in the pictures, it just looks dark to me. So, and I hadn't got to see it because he's got his little, well, did he have his toboggan on that one day? I think the day I was there, he had his toboggan on. So I didn't, yeah, he did. I hadn't got to see his hair neither day, just in pictures. So I guess he can't wear his toboggan with his, I'm sorry about that yawning. I hope I've not been talking and past the road I was going to turn on. Oh well, if I do, I'm coming to another one, so it ain't no big deal. I'm sure he can't get his little toboggan on with the IV in his head. But that's all he had was the IV and his tube down his stomach. Is what I'm assuming it was. I'm assuming. So anyway, so that's it. That's all we're going to do today. Just that little bit. And alright, well, this is Thursday, so as long as everything's going okay, I'll see you tomorrow for weigh.